Hello, welcome back to Helping Hand. Today here on Helping Hand, I'm going to show you how to check your dryer out. Sometimes you may have a dryer that your clothes are not getting dry all the way. Sometimes it's just a clogged vent. I'm going to show you how to clean your vent and to check that, and also how to inspect your dryer seal in your door in your tub. Here we go. And these are the tools that you're going to need to do that. That's a little duster deal. Got a Phillips or a regular screwdriver. You need either a blower and have a blower here. And the first thing we do, we're going to check the tub. Open the knob. You want to spin the tub around. You want to see that it spins. And make sure there's nothing wedged in there between the back tub and the seal. Make sure it's good. Everything looks good. And make sure these little knockers are there. And then you also want to make sure this is your switch that is popping back and on. And this is your latch to hold the door. Also, you want to look at your seal on your door. Here's your seal. Make sure it's good. And if you ever need the model number is right there on the inside of the door. It'll usually be right there facing outward. And you just look overall inside. Everything looks good. And you go ahead and close it. And then we can come up to the top part of it. And a lot of times you have a filter. Either your clean out will be here on a lot of the units. And on this one, it's actually right here. You want to pull this. You want to pull this out. Make sure you clean that out. You clean it out all the time when you wash anyway. Then I want you to take your little wand, just kind of stick in there and just scratch it around. And what you're doing, you're loosening up all the stuff on the sides of them. You want to scratch it around, like so. And then when you're done with that, make sure you clean off your lint deal. Make sure that's good and clean. Make sure that's good. And then you want to take your blower. If you can get your blower on here and just blow off in there. Blow on here really good. And when you're working on any appliance, always unplug it. Always make sure you unplug it. Like so. And this is what we're looking for. For your vent off. And this one's full of stuff. And you want to take your screwdriver. You want to pull this off as well. So you take the Phillips screwdriver, whatever size you have here, or flathead, and you just want to pull this vent off. This flex. You want to stick your hand in there and kind of feel. You don't feel anything in there. You're going to look inside the tube here. And a lot of times it'll be all clogged up inside of here. So once you get your trash can, or you can actually get a trash can, or take your hand and put your hand inside of it. You want to make sure there's nothing in there. See all this stuff coming out? I don't know if you can see it. A lot of stuff is coming out. That's just stuff that's been sitting in there. And a lot of times it's caked up against the wall. And your clothes will never dry because it's not releasing the lint. Clean that out. It was pretty. It was starting to get clogged. Then once you have that clean, I want you to come over here and I want you to check your wall. Look behind here and check your wall vent, the one that go outside. See how I see it took in there. It's pretty clogged. Not clogged, just got some lint in there. Want to make sure get that. Now, if you have a long run, my outside door is just like not even 1 foot, so I can see the outdoors right here. But if you had a long run, you might want to get you one of those long whisk deals that you can put on you can actually put it on a drill and drill it and go back and forth, and that'll clean it all the way up. Since mine is really short, I don't need one of those. I can just take my hand and just pull out. You want to pull out all the stuff that's in there. You want to pull all that out. And it was starting to, you can see the hole there. It was starting to get clogged. You can see outside right there. The hole, that means it's good and clear. And that's all the lint that was starting to build up. Mine wasn't too bad. Make sure nothing is in there, you know. You can take your blower and you can just blow on it with your blower. What I'm gonna do is take my blower, hook my blower up to that and blow it outside. After you pull out all the stuff on the inside of it, blow it out. Make sure there's nothing else. I kind of got a tight spot here, but we can get it to work. So. And once you do that, you should be good to go. We're gonna put everything back on. Clean up your mess. And this is what was inside of my vent in my flex line. Enough to cause it to clog up and to not let my clothes get dry. It may take a long time for them to dry. So that's part of the problem right there. Now we're gonna put all your lines back on. Get your lines back on, repeat, like so. Everything's good and clean. Back like that. At this point, you can go ahead and leg it back up. Everything installed. I want you to go outside. Out right here. That's my outdoor vent. You want to make sure this it's got a flap here. Make sure it's open. It's opening, should be open and closing. And want to make sure this is clear. See, make sure all this is cleared out. It's pretty well good and clean. Make sure there's just a little bit, but make sure this will stay open. You can. That's all you have to do to make sure your dryer working efficiency. Make sure it'll start and last you a lot longer time if you just do a little maintenance. Go a long way. So I thank you guys for watching, tuning in. I hope this will help someone. You can follow me at Helping Hand OKC. That's Helping Hand OKC. Follow me, share my videos, and please subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.